Why are you doing the thing that you're doing? Sit here and ask yourself that question. Why are you doing it? And this is an important question, because if you're doing it for the results, then you shouldn't be doing it at all. If you're doing it because the results you think you're going to get, or the results that you are going to get, you're doing it for the wrong thing. I'm going to tell you why. Because the most important thing is what happens when those results don't show up. What happens when there's periods where you don't get the results you want? What happens when there's periods where the results just aren't there? You're giving it all, you're doing the right things, you're having the right effort, you're putting in as much as you possibly can, and the results aren't there. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to give up. You're going to quit. You're not going to be as motivated. You're not going to be as disciplined. You're going to start doubting yourself. You're going to start second guessing yourself. You're going to start thinking, why did I do this in the first place? You're going to have all these self-doubts. You're going to have all these limitations you're going to place on yourself because you're driven by the results. Because if you're so worried about the results, when those results aren't there for some reason, when there's a drought, whatever it may be, when the results aren't there, you're going to feel like giving up. And you are going to give up because you're worried about the results. You have to have something deeper than that. You have to have something inside of you that's going to push you when you don't want to. You're going to have something that is able to push you forward when the results aren't there and when you don't get what you want. Because for me, I have a few motivators, and I have a few things that push me forward even when the results aren't there, even when like whatever it may be isn't there, because I'm not doing it for the results. I'm not doing it for the fame. I'm not doing it for any of this. I'm doing it for myself, and I'm doing it for, not really for myself, but I'm doing it for you. You would know if you saw why am I doing this. If you saw that video, you would know why I'm doing this. And I want to ask you the same question. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing it in the first place? Why are you doing it? And if the first thing that comes to your head is because I'm doing it for the money, I'm doing it for the fame, I'm doing it for, the clout. And yes, there are people, I'm not saying, like I've been saying it, there are exceptions. There are people that do it for the money and are able to do it for the money. But that's not going to last. See, because when I was working at Chipotle, I was working there for the money. I was working there for the paycheck. That's simply it. I wasn't doing it for anything more. I was kind of doing it for my broken self. I was pushing myself for a better future, but I was showing up for the paychecks. And if you're showing up for the paychecks, if you're doing it for the fame, if you're doing it for the clout, if you're doing it for these things that aren't long lasting, what happens when the results aren't there? What happens when there's a period of drought? What happens when you all of a sudden stop performing well? What happens if you get injured? Are you going to keep on going? Are you going to keep on pushing? Because if you're just doing it for those results, you're not doing it for the right thing. You need to have something deeper. You need to have something that's inside of you that's deeper. You need to have something that pushes you when those results aren't there. You need to have something that's pushing you no matter what. You need to have something that's pushing you no matter the situation. And if you're just showing up for the results, if you're just doing it for those results, I'm sorry to tell you, bro, but that's not long lasting. You need to have something deeper than that. I'm doing it for a better future. I'm doing it for a better family. I'm doing it because when I look back at 2 years ago, I was broken. If I look back 2.5 years ago, I don't even recognize that person. And I'm damn right ashamed of who that person is. But it's also necessary, because for me to be like that, now I know why I'm doing it. Now I know I'm never going to let you feel like that again. I'm never going to let you be like that mentally again. I'm never going to let you look like that ever again. I'm never going to let you think like that ever again, because I know how bad it was. I know how broken you were. I know the pain you felt. I know the suffering you went through. I know exactly how that feels. And that should push you, bro. That should motivate you. That should have you jumping out of bed at 5 a.m. in the morning, getting to work. And that's exactly what it does for me. That's exactly why I get up. That's exactly why I push. That's exactly why I keep on going. Because I look at that. I look at that person I was, and I look at how broken I was, and I look at how just messed up I was in my head, and I look at just like how I was thinking. I just look at like I had all these goals and visions, never acted on them, and I just look at that, and I'm like, damn, I want to make him proud. I want to make these dreams into reality. I want to give this guy more than I want to give this guy the future that he imagined he would have. I want to give this person everything that they were thinking of, everything that they were dreaming of. I want to give this person like that vision that they have. And if you're showing up just because you want money, if you're showing up just because you want money and stuff, like fame, like that's never going to give you any spark. That's never going to last. That's never going to push you forward. That's going to make things worse, because there are going to be times when you have pullbacks, just like the market, just like anything else. It's not going to be straight up. It's not going to be straight going. Once you get a taste of that, you should be hungry for it. But your results, they're not going to be linear. They're not going to go straight up. They're going to, go up and then might pull back down, and they might pull back all the way down to where you started. But then you need to keep on going, because once you keep on going and you keep on succeeding, you keep on doing that thing, you're not going to draw back down here, because you've learned more. You're farther on your journey. You have more skill. You have more talent. You have more whatever it might be. But stop worrying about the results, and have something that motivates you to do it, and have something that is deeper than just the results. Because when those results don't show up, you're not going to want to get up. You're not going to want to keep on pushing. You're not going to want to show up that day. You're going to want to quit. It's going to be shallow. It's going to be expedient. You're going to want that thing right then and there. And that's kind of all I had to say today. I'm feeling so fired up. I'm about to film like 6 of these. And I hope you all have a great day. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you got something out of this video. If you didn't, that's going to be okay, because I kind of do these for myself. Like I've been saying, I do these for myself. I want to be able to look back on these and just be proud I kept on going, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for myself. I have something bigger than just the results. I have something bigger than just numbers on a screen. Oh, how many views did I get? What was that? I have something bigger that pushes me forward every day, and you need to have one as well that pushes you forward. And if you don't, you need to find one, and you need to create one. Like a simple example I could have would just be to have a better future. For me, it's bigger than that. For me, it's looking back on the past. For me, it's doing it for my friend. For me, it's doing it for the future. It's doing it for my family. It's doing it for something that's bigger than just me. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Hopefully you can just get out there and have a great day. And that's all I have to say.